Zdravo, ja sam Milica i sada se nalazim u Beogradskoj kinoteki sa profesorom Gideonom Grajfom, koji je stručnjak za Holocaust. Hello, professor. First question for you is, could you please tell us more about your work and your research of Holocaust and Jasenovac?
Good. For the last 13 years, I have been researching the big concentration and extermination camp Jasenovac, in which 700,000 Serbs and other innocent victims were brutally murdered, also Jews of former Yugoslavia. It's one of the most cruel and evil places on earth. I've published until now 3 books on this topic, and I'm planning to continue my research because I think that still on February 2026, the name Jasenovac is not known enough in the world. Many places in the world, they never heard about this place, and I think it's important they should hear about it.
Yeah. And could you tell us why Jasenovac is not known? What is the reason for this?
There are many reasons. One of them is the policy of the former leader of Yugoslavia, Tito, who thought that it would be better to suppress it, to hide it, not to mention it. It's of course a tragic mistake. So now it's time to reveal the history of Jasenovac. Maybe there were other reasons, but it's not too late. We have to speak about this because this is our moral obligation towards the hundreds of thousands of innocent victims who were humiliated, tortured, and finally murdered. We have to speak about them. We owe this to them morally.
Yes. And talking about Jasenovac, Professor Lea Ganor yesterday told us that Jasenovac is in a way worse than Auschwitz. Do you agree with that?
Yes, that's absolutely true. I'm working together with Professor Ganor in Israel. She's right. I would say the Ustasha murders were more brutal, more barbaric than the Germans. You know, for the victim, it doesn't matter how he is murdered, but yes, they were more barbaric, more evil. No, they had no moral boundaries at all. The Germans also didn't have any moral boundaries, but the Ustasha Croats were more primitive murderers.
Yes.
They behaved like in the Middle Ages, very primitively, barbarically, and cruelly.
Yes. And this movie, how do you think it will affect the people?
I think it will affect them. Why? Because it's personal. When something is personal, you speak not about some idea or some general story. It's a personal story of a good friend of mine from Israel, Barak Gabor. His family members were murdered in this place. So when he talks about it, it has a different dimension, and I think it will have a big effect. And I'm very pleased to be here today in Belgrade. I just came this morning to be present at the premiere evening of the filming. It's an important. We need more films like this, more documentation. But it's an important achievement, and I think it can be used for education, for schools, for universities. It's an important film.
Mm-hmm. And aside from this, what do you think is another way that we can remember those victims and pay respect?
If we could talk to them, if we could communicate to them, they would say, talk about us every day, morning, evening, all days, and do not forget us for a moment. I think this is what they would tell us if they could speak, but they can't speak.
Yes, unfortunately. Yes. Thank you a lot for your
you.
research and for coming here and making an honor for us to listen to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you a lot.